Oh,
Ooh, we're live.
Welcome. Greetings, everyone. Hi, we are the Untold Stories Project. Tonight we're presenting a new episode of our Born of Rage game, a Werewolf the Apocalypse game set in the World of Darkness from White Wolf. My name is Jonesy, and I will be your storyteller this evening. A quick note for those unfamiliar with the World of Darkness: this is a horror setting with players taking the role of monsters. In this case, our cast members will be playing Guru, better known as werewolves, the rest of the world. Since this is a horror setting, the game can deal with blood, gore, and other elements of body and psychological horror. So we did want to call that out before we start the game in case those elements are not ones that you're comfortable with. With that said, let's go ahead and meet our pack. You want to take us take it away, Alex?
Yeah. So, hi, I'm Alex. I will be playing the role of Darren, who is a former New York City police detective who accidentally may have mauled one of his perps to death during his first transformation. And now I'm here with these guys stuck in the wilderness trying not to die.
I'm Aaron. I will be playing Kennedy. Kennedy is a former Irish dance champion who has found her entire life plan totally upended after she had her first change and ended up in an alleyway covered with the blood of her friends. So, it's all good there.
what order are we in now? Hold on.
I think a couple of people have shifted on our screen. So
We have shifted, but that's
Oh,
okay.
no, we have. Yes.
That's okay.
I'm in the right spot.
Good for you.
So, Brian, will you go ahead and
Yeah, I'm playing Killian. He is a techie who's very much out of his element, who transformed during a rather bad trip, and now he's stuck in the wilderness, hating everything. There's no electricity. There's only death.
I'm Rowan, and I'm playing Fia. I am a collegiate scholarship runner at NYU. Transformed during some weird chase scene. Don't really was being attacked or whatever. The point is that I am now a werewolf, and I just found a really cool cat, and it came out of nowhere, and then I had to wait to figure out more. But I have a cat now, and I'm very excited.
Does.
Awesome. I'm glad you're excited, and I'm glad everyone is here tonight. And with that, again, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us. I did want to say that we are in this small independent tabletop RPG channel with our goal is to highlight games and settings and player types that don't normally get much love on other streams or from established companies. So, and if you like what we're doing, please go ahead and tell your friends about our channel. And if you're so inclined, please go ahead and click the follow and subscribe and all that cool stuff. So you can join us on this crazy rite of passage that our players are going through. And with that, we will jump right in. Currently stuck up in the wilds of Canada. Having spent the last couple of days dodging a blizzard off and on that sprung up after you guys were after the pack was asked to leave from the Sept of the Winter Wolf and thrown out in the wilds on your own. You have recently been found and taken in by a gentleman by the name of Bill. He is going to, he's asked you, he's basically given you a place to crash, and while doing that, he also indicated that something came looking for you, and that's why he was kind of out, keeping an eye out for you, which turns out to be a small little cheetah cub. And last we saw, you guys were crashed in there late in the afternoon, late in the evening. And that's where we're going to pick up. Was there anything else that anyone wanted to mention, or?
I think that about covers it for me.
Yep.
Just that Bill was remarkably not answering when I asked if he was Gru, and he responded that he was one of Gaia's children. I was like, that's not an answer.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
Are you trying to insinuate that my NPC might have some shenanigans he's up to?
Never.
Cool. So, yes, it's he has offered you a place to crash for the evening, afternoon and evening. It is late on the day when you found you and brought you in. You are currently eating some stew and just hanging out. Was there anything specific you wanted to try to ask or do before you for the rest of the evening?
I just want to. Is my cat on my lap, like purring, asleep,
Yep.
or yay? I need to know everything about this cat. I don't.
I'm pretty tired from the whole fighting thing. I'm gonna call it a night.
You would.
I think Darren is going to wait until everybody else falls asleep to fall asleep.
Darren might be up for a while.
I'm keeping an eye on this Bill guy. I don't trust him.
Are we sleeping on the floor? Can we sleep on the? I'm fine with sleeping on the floor with my cat.
Yeah, you have a couple options. Yeah, you can sleep on the floor. You can shift into Lupus and sleep on the floor. Depends on what you want to do.
Well, I'm still in Lupus, but
I can pet the cat better in human form.
Yeah, and you do. It's a no-brainer for you that you know that this cat is actually not of this plane, so to speak. It is a spirit, and it's powerful enough that it actually has the spirits have charms, which are what they can use to power them. That's their extraordinary abilities. They're called charms, kind of like you have gifts.
Mm-hmm.
This one specifically is strong enough that it actually has the materialization gift, a charm, which will allow it to step into the physical realm from the Umbra.
Oh, I have a strong cat. Oh, you're such a good boy. Yay. Oh, he has a character sheet. Oh my god. I'm dead.
He's official.
You sure you should let that thing so close to your face? It's like, do you know if that thing's safe?
you're not safe.
Excuse me? I'm gonna look up at you and be like, I'm way less scared of this thing than you. I'm pretty sure, like, you're more of a threat, so I want to hear it.
If you say so.
Watch the cat have Toxo.
So
If my cat was mean, it would hiss at you, but I don't think it's mean.
So Bill, we appreciate your hospitality, but can I ask why?
Well, why shouldn't I help one of Gaia's children? It's miserable and out there right now, and it doesn't seem like it's going to let up anytime soon.
Well, and that's all certainly true, but we also wouldn't want to be bringing trouble to your door.
Well, trouble only finds my door when I wanted to find my door.
Does that mean you wanted us to find your door?
Well, I was helping out the little one. He kind of gestures over to the sleeping cat.
Said he was looking for us.
Thank you for helping him. I'm hearing things in my ear hole, and I'm confused by the noise at the moment. Is there a sound effect happening in game?
There is
Yep.
a sound effect happening in game.
Oh, okay.
There is.
I was-
There is. We'll see how this works.
Something's happening in my ear hole.
Anyway,
Well,
I assume I should thank you for watching him. Thanks,
Of
Bill.
course. Part of what we're tasked to do.
We
Well, yeah. Me and others like me.
others like you. How so? I'm just curious if I need to go find more of these spirit animals. How do
Oh.
I find them from people like you?
Well, that little one came looking for you. It seemed like he knew who you were. So I guess that's a conversation for you two to have.
I
You
can
say
talk to
little
him.
one. It makes me wonder if there's big ones that come looking for
Well,
people.
yes, it's just it.
He's a baby, Darren.
I get that he's a baby. Does he have a mom somewhere who's going to be wondering where he's at?
So
Exactly.
Babies grow up. Be careful.
Like other, like all spirits, this spirit has the ability to longer that exists and thrives in either the in the Umbra, it has a chance to grow in power. Now, some spirits will not grow in power, and others do, and some are born of power. But even legends say that the most powerful of the totems was once a humble jagling, and who grew over time due to the various shifters that found comfort and guidance in him.
Darren, if you're done with your obvious questions, I believe that Bill just said I can have a conversation with my cat. And that seems like a less obvious thing than babies get big.
I'm just saying, we're both from New York. We know what happens to the gators in the sewer. They get too big for the pen, and then somebody has to flush it.
I don't think it quite works that way.
I'm just gonna ignore you and look right at Bill. Like, so talking, you know what? I'm just gonna look at the cat and try to talk to him. Just cut off my sentence in the middle of talking to Bill. I'm thinking really hard in a cat-like accent. Hello?
And with that, the cat stares at you and tilts its head to the right.
Hi? Small child?
Hi. And you hear a small voice in your head.
You just killed Rowan.
Oh, it's fine. I'm calm. You can talk?
A little bit.
Wow, how did you get here?
I came looking for you.
Huh? Well, why me? Why am I? You're so... I'm so honored. I'm
Because
happy.
I was asked to.
Aw. Who did that? I'm very new to all of this. I'm sorry.
Owl asked me to look out for you.
Owl or owl?
Owl.
Owl? Oh, okay. I don't know what that means, but we'll find out later. I'm happy that you found me. Do you have a name you want me to call you?
think the last shifter I helped called me Sura.
Sarah.
It means speed.
I'm gonna smile real big at him like that. Like, I like that. I like to run, so I like that.
I think that may be why Al sent me.
This owl seems like a wise creature.
Al's, yep, powerful spirit.
Oh. But you said the last shifter you helped.
Yeah.
Were you
Everyone.
small then too, or do you?
I was a little smaller. I'm a
Oh,
little bigger now.
you are. You're such a big boy.
As it does that, it plants a paw on your hand. See?
Oh, yes, I see. I'm just gonna pet his palm. Like, you're such a, yeah, thank you. Are you tired? You can sleep now if you want. I'm tired, personally.
I'm getting tired of being here.
Oh, you have to go back into the spirit world, huh?
It takes a lot for me to stay here, but I like being with all the cool stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here, but I like over there too. There's a lot of cool stuff over there. So maybe next time I come, can I come see you over there?
Yeah, I will always be. Since I've been asked by Al to help you, to aid you, I will always be around.
Well, how do
I just might not always be on this side. I just might be on the other side.
Well, how do I protect you though if I can't see you?
Well, we can still talk even if I'm on the other side.
Really? That's cool. I'm like, guys, I can talk to this thing even when it's not here. This is Sarah, by the way. Say hello and be
Yeah,
nice.
I'm trying to sleep.
Very nice to meet you, sir.
You're
Hi,
trying.
Sarah.
Let's have a little row. Row.
Killian, it's a talking cheetah cub. You can spare a moment, okay?
I'm gonna toss in spite and turn.
I think he's grumpy that I'm not a spider.
Maybe. He didn't seem to really like the spider either. I think he's just grumpy. I think they're all kind of grumpy, to be totally honest. But that's
Oh.
okay.
I'm not grumpy.
Should I trust that thing? I'm asking the Sura. Is he okay? Do you know these things? You seem wise.
Looks
Aaron just rolls his eyes and walks away from the situation.
and Sarah kind of tilts their head and kind of looks at you like, which? I'm confused. Who?
Darren, the big cop
Oh,
thing.
oh. Yeah. Oh, he's one of the get. They're usually grumpy,
Oh, that's good to know.
but he's from an honorable family.
Oh. You know a lot.
Well, I can tell when those who are stronger of the blood than others, and he's strong of the blood, and only the more noble and brave live long enough to pass their blood on long enough to be that strong. Kind of like you. That's why I was sent. One of your ancestors did Al a great service, and so Al has asked me to come watch over you.
My ancestors, huh?
Mhm.
Well, that sounds like. Did you know my ancestors or just Owl?
I don't know if I did or not.
That's okay. I don't know if I do either. We have a lot in common. I can tell. We're going to be good friends. Do you guys have any questions for the cheetah cub?
I've tried to now, no.
I've got a question for the cheetah cub.
Oh, God.
Hey, Sarah, can I trust Fia?
Wow.
She seems kind of sketchy for a not cop.
You know, I got a question for all of you. Why do you have a hatred for sleep?
Can I throw something at you?
No, you're on the floor. I got all the pillows on the couch.
I have like a shoe, I'm sure. A pen in my backpack.
I don't see pen on your character sheet.
I don't do that. I'm beginning to realize these things matter.
So with that, when you ask that question, Darren, the cat just looks at you, gives you kind of like side eye, and then through spirit speech is how it's talking to Sofa, to Fia, is like, family line is noble, but is grumpy.
Yeah, Darren, you should trust me, obviously. Listen, the cat told me to trust you, so I'll trust you, okay? No need to.
Well, good.
Don't put him in the middle of these fights. Okay?
I didn't realize we were fighting.
Oh, we're fighting.
Please tell me this isn't a one-room cabin,
Absolutely, one-room cabin.
bitch.
Sarah, do you need to go back to the other side now?
No.
Or how long can you stay here?
So with that, the little cub goes and kind of gets up and kind of stretches a little bit and kind of circles around like he's getting ready to find a good spot to curl up. And as it curls up, it fades.
Look what you did, Darren!
And it fades onto the other side. And through your connection, you can see that the cub is still in the same exact spot, napping next to you, just on the Umbro side.
Oh, I'm fine now. I feel good now. We're good. I'm no longer mad.
I'm glad you're not mad.
So with that, you have gone ahead and finished talking to the little spirit, and it's curled up and it's going to be recharging a little bit. Was there anything else before the rest of you crash for the evening?
I mean,
I'm going to ask. Oh, sorry.
want-
Go ahead, Aaron.
I really want to get like more out of Bill. I want him to tell me everything, but he's being annoyingly circumspect.
I will ask Bill if he has any trouble with the Wendigo in the area, if they ever come this way. Or if any have come recently.
No, the Wendigo only find my cabin when I want them to find my cabin, which is usually never.
They are looking for us right now, or at least some of them are.
Why would they be looking for you?
They blame us for what happened to some of their cubs who went to New York in exchange for when we came to see them. And most of their elders said that we should be allowed to go, but there was one or two who didn't seem too happy with that decision. We're pretty sure that at least part of the storm, and we've seen tracks that make us think that they're looking for us. That's why I was saying we don't want to bring any trouble to your door.
Well, no trouble will be found as long as I don't want it to find me. No one finds my den unless I want them to. And the local Wendigo can be temperamental. And they can also be noble and brave. They are pretty distrusting of, well, more than a few people. Within the right. You're like I said, you're welcome to crash here for the evening, but you know, if the storm lets up, you can leave in the morning. Or if it doesn't, I'll give you hospitality until then.
We thank you.
We definitely appreciate that. You said there was a village nearby?
Yes, there's yeah, there's a small town not too far from here. Don't remember what the hobbits call it though.
You know if they've been having any difficulties the last couple of weeks?
Not more than I know. Not more than usual, I would guess.
We heard there was a Bane active in the area.
We
Well,
fought one.
this well, you know, the area does have a history of troubles with the worm. I mean, one of the local legends, local Wendigo legends, is very particular about that actually.
What's the legend?
Yeah. Yeah. Let me. I guess. Yeah. I can share it. It's usually not my story to share, but yeah, I can share it. You know, with that, he goes over and stokes the fireplace a little bit and gets himself a little bit of a drink. So, and so that's how I've heard it from the Wendigo Galliards is that many years ago, before any of the Europeaners came to this part of the world, there was their local tribe was the dominated over the area and the land, kind of watching out for this whole swath of Gaia. And then among them was a powerful theurge by the name of She Cries Ice, and she fought a terrible creature of the worm known as the Narlithus. And during the great battles between her and her pack and this great beast, there was no way to bind it or banish it among anything in this world that they were able to find. But due to her great skill and her wisdom as a theurge, she was able to call down a sky stone, and with her abilities, they were able to bind the great beast to that sky stone. And according to legends, that sky stone, as it fell, it crashed into the earth and shook the land itself. And ever since then, it's been bound and sleeping, which is why they suspect that sometimes lesser banes and the like will be drawn to this region. And I know most of the younger guru from that sept don't pay heed to those stories, thinking of nothing but old wives' tales.
What's your opinion?
I've seen stranger things around the world in my time. So that's what I've heard of the legend. That would explain, you know, if that legend holds true, that would explain why the other smaller banes would be drawn to it. They tend to find their own.
Well, Fia promised a group of spirits that we would stop the Bane and put it to rest. Would you have any advice on how to accomplish something like that?
I did what? I'm just gonna look at you like you actually listen to the things that I say.
I always listen to the things you say.
Oh. I'm also currently trying to steal some pillows from Killian, by the way. I assume he's not going to let me, so that's why I said try.
I'm just gonna get up and move to the other cot.
It does just depend on the nature of the bane or creature itself. Some can be banished, some can be bound. some can be rendered whole by by Fang and Claw Enclave. Just depends on the nature of the specific creature you're dealing with. Now that being said, if there is a small Hamid village not far from here. Banes are like gnats and are drawn to the Hamids because the Hamids tend to, well, do things to attract them.
Are they stupid?
I mean, you've met people, haven't you?
It's gonna look at Darren. Yeah, that's true. Look away.
The nature of stupid in large numbers.
One times, bam.
Some sort of mob
Bam,
mentality?
zoom right to the moon.
A person is smart, people are dumb, panicky animals.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I'm gonna.
And the group and the Guru don't have that much of a leg to stand on when it comes to doing stupid things either. There was
Starting to realize that.
The whole War of Rage thing. So
What do you know? I'm kidding. I'm sorry. You're a lovely person. I appreciate your help.
what I know is that at one point the Guru decided to wage war against every other shapeshifter and changing breed
Why?
because they didn't feel they were being given the proper respect that they deserved.
Interesting. So are we the bad guys in this world?
Depends on who you ask.
Worm's the bad guys.
No, Fia, but we are post World War II Germany, so be careful.
Where are you?
I'm in this cot, now leave me alone.
Do I have anything else to throw at you? Let's find out. Let's look through my stuff.
So with that, is there anything else you want to talk to Bill about?
I mean,
How do
yes,
we get
but
home? Bill, how do we get home? For real. Come on. There's got to be a secret.
not
Depends on
exactly.
what you call home.
New York. I thought we've been over this.
Actually, you hadn't told them where you're from yet.
Oh.
You actually, that's not entirely. You've alluded to the fact that you're from New York, but that's kind of
I see.
Well, that's quite a ways away.
Oh. Well, does Hamid City have like planes, an airport, something?
Yeah, I'm sure if we cause enough trouble in the Hamid City, we'll just get deported.
I don't know that that's exactly the best plan.
I mean, it is an option to get back, so don't stress too much about it.
Yeah, but what if they don't send us to New York when they deport us?
Then anywhere is still not the hell frozen tundra that is here.
Fine. How do we get back to that light bridge thing, though?
I don't exactly think they're going to open the sept back up for us.
The one in New York or the one here?
One here.
We asked them nicely if we could get a ride back to New York, and they basically told us to go die in the woods.
I mean, fair. Honestly, some of us probably should die here, but that's fine.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it. Leave me alone.
I mean, you'd probably have to make it to Winnipeg first, and then Toronto, then to New York.
How far is Winnipeg?
Depends on how you're traveling.
By
If
foot.
you're traveling by foot, you're going to be traveling for quite some time.
I see.
Well, if we can get to whatever the town or village nearby is, maybe there we can at least get access to a vehicle.
Oh boy.
I can't remember in Canada, do they drive on the right side of the road?
Oh yeah, you're not from here. Yes.
Darren would know that.
They drive on the same side of the road as we do in New York.
Gotcha. So I got things backwards. Got it.
Yeah, this whole situation's pretty backwards.
Who's got this lawyer? He's from Canada. He could tell us.
You know who else is from Canada?
Unleash the Archers?
So with that, you guys, the pack bed's down for the night.
Yeah, I guess so.
Next morning, you wake up to the smell of what appears to be potatoes and bacon and possibly fish being cooked.
Oh, thank God, 2 decent meals.
This is a good day.
With that, Bill has made some food. He's willing to share with the pack. The blizzard is coming down nonstop. Are you planning on heading on out or heading on your way, or are you going to actually try to wait out the storm?
I think we should wait out the storm.
Yeah, I don't want to take an unnecessary risk when we're not. None of us are survival people.
I do think we need to be aware that this is probably a something that the Wendigo are doing, and it could lead to an attack. But as long as we stay on our guard, I think we'll be okay.
Bill, do you happen to have a compass anywhere?
Why would I need a compass?
I'll take that as a no, Bill.
So don't want to impose on your hospitality any longer than we have to.
I do. Have to go outside now, though? Apparently. Okay.
So what were you saying? I think I lost a little bit of that, Kennedy.
Just we don't want to impose any longer on you than we have to. Is there any way that we can repay you for the kindness you've already shown us?
If you come across any of the other shifting kind, keep in mind the misdeeds of your ancestors and don't repeat them.
That we can do.
Lend aid if you are able to, and if it's needed.
We can make that promise. Or at least I will. Suppose I don't want to speak for the whole pack.
I promise not to kill people. That's easy enough for me.
Cool. With that, the storm is pretty much blowing all day. And so you spend a day camped out in Bill's little tiny cabin in the woods in the middle of a blizzard. Was there anything else that you were going to talk to Bill about specifically? Any other kind of questions or whatever? You do manage to finagle out of him, Kennedy, that yes, he finally does occasionally admit to the fact that he's a Goral. So Bill is a werebear.
If we're here for a day, then Kennedy is definitely going to try to, get, he knows stories about the War of Rage, probably stories that our elders won't tell us. I want to hear them.
So the War of Rage did take place eons ago. It seems like eons ago, especially to the Guru, but it was led by the Guru against the other shifting kind back long ago, and actually led to the fall of one or more of the shifter types, depending on who you ask. But as he kind of gives the brief version of the War of Rage, he kind of indicates that there are many other shapeshifter types out there, not just Guru. And you were kind of aware of that already, but he actually starts putting names and titles to those, such as the Garal, which means werebear, and Mokole, which are the were lizards, and the Newishu, which are the were coyotes, and how the different ones, all of them serve different purposes in the eyes of Gaia, and all of them have different tasks that they've been asked to perform by Gaia and Luna, including the Garals are the tenders of the earth and the healers of the earth, and the Guru are supposed to be the defenders. And so basically, the Guru should go in and fight the worm, and then ideally, then the Garal would come in and help fix stuff after the fact. And then there's also like the Newisha, which are the tricksters, and they basically keep an eye out and keep everyone call the other shifters on their BS. So, but during the War of the Rage, several of the elders of the Guru Nation kind of didn't feel that they were getting the respect they were due, and that the other shifters were stepping on their territory, and things went kind of bad. Bless you.
Thank you. Did you hear that?
No.
Oh,
So,
it's like
you were muted, but I saw you react. So
Muted, but not invisible.
versus.
Foiled again by my visible body.
So yeah, and so he will talk about that a little bit, and kind of giving you kind of some more Guru history. And this one's going to be definitely slanted more from an outsider's point of view. That hubris is probably the Guru's biggest failing, in his opinion, and that if the younger generations can help correct that, that gives him hope. And the fact that you're a mixed pack, that you're not all of one or two tribes, but actually members of all different tribes coming together for a single purpose, gives him hope. Because in ages past, the Guru tend to stick to their own tribes and didn't rely on other tribes and help each other out. So.
Well, as long as he is talking, Kennedy is happy to listen.
I'm going to try to help out with the chores around the cabin as best I can. If there's anything he needs me to do, like gather firewood or brave the storm to do something for him.
Awesome. So yeah, other than that, it's a relatively quiet day for those inside the cabin, of stories and sharing, and he'll do his best to kind of get you all to open up and talk to each other a little bit more on a less we need to get through this, but more of a who you are.
Right.
So, but he's relatively, like I said, gentle giant, so to speak, as he is a big, large, well, mountain of a man. So,
will at some point in the evening, for the first time, basically since we've been here, we'll go ahead and shift back to Hamid, and pull out her MP3 player and play some music and actually dance and practice again, but dance, which will probably be the first time she's danced in front of any of these guys. So.
Sweet. I would say, does anyone watch? But it's a small, tiny
Yes.
cabin, so you don't have much choice.
No,
Yes.
I mean,
What do we
I don't
want?
have my hard shoes, but
Can we pick the music?
I mean, she would first do something traditional because, you know, that's what she's trained to dance to. But if it's got a beat, she'll dance to it.
Excellent.
I'm gonna play some make song requests.
Excellent. So you do crash the next night. During that night, Darren,
Oh boy.
you find yourself in a snow-laden woods, and you feel a massive weight on your body as you're carrying yourself. You are in Krynos form as you move through the mid calf level snow. This isn't Krynos, mid calf level snow. As you make your way through the darkened forest, and off in the distance you see some firelight. And as you get closer, you can see what appears to be a castle. And as you look down at yourself, you see the reflection of the firelight off your armor that you're wearing. And to your side is a black leather sheath, and with a short, wide, wedge-shaped blade. It looks like a oversized stiletto or something like that. So it's about 2 feet long, and probably about 6 to 8 inches wide at the base, and kind of tapers to a point. And as you're making your way towards closer and closer to the keep, you see that the firelight is actually because the castle itself is on fire. So multiple fires raging throughout the castle, and you hear people yelling and screaming, and the clattering of sword and shield. And as you get closer, you see several shadows move out from the edge of the keep area. As they move towards you, you see what appears to be animated husks of men and women. Their skin is drawn tight. They are emaciated. The skin is pulled back, and they have these long, sharp, fang-like teeth and long, thin, spindly nails off their hands. And one of them hisses at you and says, "Oh, you must destroy this one, for the master commands it so." And they rush towards you, and as you draw forth your blade, there's a slight clap of thunder in the distance, and you see that there's multiple guru glyphs down the blade.
Oh, howl at the moon and go attack the wormlings.
So as you rush in and attack, the fight ensues, and you take many of them down, until you finally feel one of them latch its teeth into your throat and pull out with blood and fur and sinews of tendon, and then you wake up.
Am I in Hobbit form when I wake up?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll sit up in the bed and see what everybody else is. Am I the first one awake?
Yep.
I'll kind of wipe the sleep out of my eyes and look around and stand up, and I'll look out the window to see if it's still blizzarding outside.
The snow is still coming down. It's not coming down as hard as it was yesterday. And
I will step outside and I will smoke a Lucky Liam and just start muttering and cursing to myself.
Awesome. Candy,
Yes.
you are also having a fitful night of sleep.
All right.
You you are see yourself and your friends as you're walking through the streets of Ireland, old stone cobblestone streets, back home. But things seem a little off as you look around. You start putting things together. The polyester, the short skirts, and the knee-high boots, and the little bob cut haircuts that your friends are wearing. Very throwback vibe to the 1960s. And you look around and you realize you like from your vantage, you're definitely a little bit shorter than you currently are. And you hear some people yelling and screaming, and then as you rush over to kind of find out what's going on, a car explodes, and then you wake up.
I look around the cabin. Is everyone there?
No. Darren's currently missing.
I'm going to quietly, to not wake the others, but go to the door to see if I can see any sign of him or see.
Yeah, as you go over to the door, you see a little bit of snow on the inside, kind of it's blowing in from the door when the door was opened. You see a little tiny light on the outside. Looks like he's smoking.
I will slip out the door. Penny, for your thoughts?
Had a bad dream. I mean, this whole thing's a bad dream, isn't it?
Don't know that I'd say that. But bad dreams certainly seem to be going around.
I know you told everybody you were okay with all of this because you knew it was going to happen, but you still don't have any regret?
I never said that I was okay with it or that I knew it was going to happen. I've just had longer to get used to it than the rest of you.
What's the secret to getting used to it?
Time. That and... Has your life exactly been smooth and easy going up until now? Didn't you always feel like you were maybe missing out on something, or that you didn't quite fit in, that there was something wrong with you?
I thought that was just, I don't know, PTSD or something from service or from being a cop. Look, my dad taught me that there's three kinds of people in the world. There's wolves, and there's sheep, and there's sheepdogs. And I was supposed to be a sheepdog. I did everything he said to do. I joined the military. I did my service, and then I joined the police force, and I thought that different feeling was just from being different than everybody else, because I had to be the killer who was protecting.
Well, you weren't wrong. You were different, and you were a killer. There was a beast inside you. There was a beast in all of us. Do you have any idea how many fights I got into at school? I may look like a nice, pretty girl, but I was in a scrap every other week. I'm angry all the time. So yeah, when the guru told us that this is why, it made sense. That's the only difference, is suddenly all of the anger, all of the rage, all of the why am I not like everyone else, it suddenly had a reason for it. It's not that I don't have regrets. God, do I have regrets? I've trained the last God knows how many years of my life to be something that I'm never going to be now.
I'm sorry. You want to smoke?
Those things will kill you. But look, no, of course I have regrets. I have things I miss, but I don't know. I feel like now we've got a purpose. But that doesn't mean there's not regrets, and certainly doesn't mean that there aren't bad dreams. I just woke up from one myself.
What happened in yours?
How much do you know about Irish history? The IRA, the bombings?
I know it's all bad.
Well, you're not wrong. It was back some 50 years ago, during the height of the Troubles. I was there when there was a bombing, which is weird because I've never spent too much time paying attention to the history.
I had a historical dream too.
So what was yours about?
It was a little longer than the 60s. It was at a castle, and there were these creatures burning it down, and I was there to kill them, but they killed me instead.
Well, apparently Theo's little friend said that you come from a noble line. Maybe one of your ancestors was trying to tell you something.
Sir Werewolf. Which one of Arthur's knights do you think that is?
Well, I've always had a fancying for Galahad myself, but I just wanted to make sure.
Do you think we should wake the others?
No, let them sleep. I'll let you finish your cigarette in peace. I just wanted to make sure you are all right.
Thanks for checking in, Kennedy.
And Kennedy will go back and take a sip out of the flask that was in her leather jacket and try to go back to sleep.
Darren will let a single manly tear trail down his face.
Copyright distinct. Meanwhile, Killian, you have a nice, pleasant evening. You have nice, pleasant dreams about getting a nice fat promotion at work and taking a nice vacation to the Bahamas with lots of alcohol and lots of sand and surf and fun.
Things are looking up.
And Fia, you have a nice, pleasant dream about playing with your new friend. And to the point where you awake and someone's curled up on your chest.
I'm so happy. Guys, I have to live here now.
So, and the rest of, and so the morning comes. The other Darren and Kennedy, you both do manage to get back to sleep, right? Sort of, kind of. It's kind of in and out a little bit. Every time you doze off, Darren, you kind of almost feel like you can almost feel those bite marks going into your throat again, and kind of jerk yourself awake, and then you eventually do manage to pass back out. Get the rest of the sleep for the night. So and when you awake in the morning, Bull again has some food ready for you, and you guys welcomes you to all eat. And you do look outside. The snow is still coming down, but it's distinctively lessening off. It definitely seems like it'd be easier to travel today than it was yesterday.
Oh, thank God. I hate the snow.
Well, then, I think we should probably stop imposing on you and make our way.
I would like to mighty morph into Hispo.
Ispo.
Direwolf.
I would like to be a. I know this. I've already lupus.
Okay.
I will also
So-
go down into lupus.
I will also go to Lupus if we're traveling.
Peer pressure. Lupus.
Don't have to. It's fine.
Nah,
So the
you stick out, you get attacked.
be a zebra. Yeah, you guys, the pack manages to go and gather their belongings and get some, eat some food before you hit the road and make your way out and leave the cabin behind. You all shift into Lupus and trudge out to the snow. Like I said, it's still coming down, but it's definitely slacking up a bit. Who would like to make me a survival check to get back on the path that you need to get to?
I'll do it. Survival.
A wits and survival.
Wits and survival.
Wits and survive.
What's the
Difficulty.
difficulty?
Difficulty is going to be 7 because of the snow.
Let me shift into lupus form just to make sure my stuff
get
is
the-
correct.
So, actually, with Lupus, you get the bonuses to your difficulty.
So 5 instead of 7?
Yes.
All right, here we go. 2 successes.
I'll roll
Excellent.
with others, see if I can help. I don't help a lot. 1 success.
Okay. So between Darren and Kennedy, you're pretty confident that you're heading the right direction, that you want to go, and you make your way. And as you're traveling for a while, you kind of do have to veer off and here and there around some major drifts, around some down trees and blockage, and so it's definitely not straight going as much as you would have hoped. But as you do, off in the distance, you hear some howls. And you also notice that the path back to the cabin is kind of not there anymore.
Awesome.
At least we know he'll be safe.
Neat.
Can we make out what those howls are trying to communicate?
Can we do what now?
Pick up the message in those howls?
Sorry.
You sure can. It sounds like you're almost positive. It sounds like the call to the hunt.
That's what I was afraid of. We should go. We should go quickly.
So,
I'm going as quick as I can. Probably.
you-
No, I'm not. Otherwise, I'll end up having to leave you guys.
I'm going as quick as the rest of you can.
Right.
So with that, you do make you do your extra effort to make sure that you're not leaving a giant "We Are Here" trail behind you,
Did we?
which does take some extra time to do, but you feel it's worth it. I'm assuming you feel it's worth it based on Kennedy's comment.
Yeah, I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
To the point where as you're traveling along, you spend the better part of the morning traveling. By around midday, the snow is stopped. Is thankfully stopped.
Thank God.
I'm not entirely sure that's a good sign.
And then you catch the scent on the wind. The scent of, ever so faintly, diesel.
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 That's a
Why?
good smell. That means there's civilization nearby.
That means there are people.
Wish to follow it.
God
And
damn, we're
as you
following it.
as you use that as your way forward, you quickly find a new energy even in the deep snow, and it's been a little while traveling, but you eventually come across a little rise, and then over the edge of the rise, you look down and you see amongst the slush and dirt a slab of blacktop going north and south. And off the distance, you hear it sounds like an engine from a truck.
Civilization?
Engine going away from us or towards us?
Coming towards you from the north.
Oh, I'm turning into a person
Civilization.
right now.
I'm not. I'm gonna back up into the. I'm gonna just watch this happen.
I'm gonna try to wave him down, please.
I'm going with Killian to make sure he doesn't get attacked.
That's nice. I'm watching from the woods like a lurker.
I'll stay back in the woods, but I will also shift back to Hamid so that if we need to step out, we can.
I'm going to need perception checks from Darren and Killian.
It's a
saying-
ghost truck.
No, I'm definitely staying in lupus form.
When you say perception, do you mean sensing? So like perception alertness?
Yes, yeah.
Cool. What is the
Okay.
difficulty?
Difficulty is going to be 6. But let me know if you do better than that.
Okay. Ooh, I got 3 successes and 1 is a 10.
I only got 1 success. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. So off in the distance, heading your direction, you see a white utility truck, kind of like a heavy duty work truck. And as as you look up to the north and down to the south, it's kind of this twisty little 2-lane highway that you're standing on. To the north, the area kind of rises up, and there seems to be a small ridge of a mountain area off to the north. And then, like I said, to the south, it kind of meanders and twists and turns through the wooded area that you guys have been traveling in for quite a while. The truck is approaching. Like I said, it's a white utility truck. Looks like a work truck of some sort. Because of the twists and turns, and because you got the 10 and got 3 successes, you actually can make out the blue logo on the side of the truck.
What does the
Which
logo
says-
look like?
The blue logo is just text logo, and it says Grendon Enterprises.
We heard of that? Grendon?
Grand, what? What are you talking about? I'm trying
Do
to
you know what
find out this
Grendon
truck.
Industries is?
Grendon. Blue logo, right?
Yeah.
Let me see. What do you want me to roll for that, Jonesy? See if I know that.
You can go ahead and make. Let's see what would be the appropriate skill for you. It's going to be intelligence and something.
I already like it. Intelligence.
It's not really research per se, but
Intelligence streetwise?
no.
Is business a skill?
No, it's not. We're gonna go with intelligence and I don't want to. I'll give you either academics or enigmas, whichever is better.
Academics or what? Enigmas? I'll
Enigmas.
go Enigmas. Sounds ominous.
Am I allowed to
Yeah.
make this roll too, Jonesy?
I have
Diff-
no successes. I don't remember anything.
Because I've got 3 dots in intelligence and 2 dots in enigmas, so I don't know if that's something that I would know too.
you can try difficulty 8.
No, not etiquette. Darren is not trained in etiquette.
Are you sure?
He doesn't hold up his pinky when he drinks.
Nope. Yeah, I didn't get any successes either.
So
You know what, Darren? They could have candy for all I care. We're getting out of here.
All right. You want? Oh, okay. Yeah, we're getting their attention, I guess.
We both have guns. We're okay.
what could possibly go wrong? So what are you going to do to try to flag them down?
I'm just waving,
Hey,
yelling.
help
I
us! We're cold.
You know what? Let's just do the classic. I'm just gonna stand in the road.
And as you're doing that, the truck slows down a little bit, and as it pulls up, there's a couple of guys in the truck, and one of the guy on the passenger side rolls down the window. What are you doing in the middle of the road? He seems to be looking around, like looking for a car or something that's broken down.
We got lost, and we're trying to get back to the nearest town. You're
We
the
got
only car
separated
I've
from our
seen.
hunting party.
So, my next question is going to be, who wants to try to BS these guys? Because neither one of you is just as if you would be hunting.
I'll do it. Ugh. I've got 2 dots in manipulation and 2 dots in subterfuge. I got this.
Go get him.
Difficulty 5.
1 success.
1 is all you need. So you manage to spin a little tail and distract them long enough that they, from the obvious fact that you're not justice hunters and you don't have any guns and you don't have a truck and you don't have a car.
I'll say that we were camping and we, like a caribou or something came in, or an elk came into our camp, and we ran off to avoid getting trampled, and we were unable to find our way back.
Okay. And they're like, fine. They're like, well, hop on in. We're just heading into town.
We have a couple of comrades with us too. Is it okay if we go get them?
No, why aren't they with you now?
Girls, we're not dying. Come on out here.
I'll
We
step out.
were worried. We weren't sure. We weren't sure who we were going to run into here.
Yeah, hitchhiking isn't as safe as it used to be.
You got
Yes,
nothing to worry about up here. But you're lucky that anyone came along with that weather we've been having the last couple of days.
Oh, I know, it's been brutal. Thank you so much.
It was a bad planning on somebody's part, let me tell you.
So the guys have been calling, and so what is Fia and Kennedy doing?
Yeah, or at least I'll step out of the woods and walk towards them.
I guess I'll shift back before I walk out.
Yeah. So you guys gonna go down the truck as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Inside the truck, like I said, there's a couple guys in the truck. The guys look like they're middle-aged. Obviously, labelers of some sort. They're wearing overalls and they have hard hats, and seem to be covered in dirt and debris, like they've been working outside.
Right. I'm not talking to them. I refuse.
Yeah, and the truck it's a squeeze, but you're able to squeeze in. It's a multiple passenger. It's not just a two-seater.
Mm-hmm.
So
Thank you so much. This was we weren't sure what we were going to do.
yeah, sure. Don't think about it. It's no big deal. Happy to help. And with that, they start the truck up and drive. Um, you guys drive, probably about 15, 20 minutes, maybe that long. Probably less than that. As you enter into what appears to be a small little town.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Uh-huh.
Perfect.
I'm gonna
Finally.
lean over to Kennedy and be like, do you know what's going? I feel like, yep, there it is. Kennedy, do you hear that? Do you hear that? Because I hear that.
So, yeah, so you drive into a small little town as as you drive up, the round and turning and twists of the little main road that you're on goes past what looks like a brand new gas station labeled Omnicron Oil. It's to the point where you're pretty sure they just peeled the plastic off the sign, probably a month ago. It's that new. And they kind of turn around the bend. You see lots of little tiny houses and stuff sprinkled here and there. Often what looks like the little residential area. And then it pulls into a small diner area labeled Luke's Place. Nope. This is as far as we can take you. This is where we're going. We're gonna grab some food before we head back up to work.
Hey, Luke's casa is me casa. Open the back.
Mm-mm.
We really appreciate the ride. Thank you, guys.
Oh, certainly.
Thank you.
Hopefully someone will be able to take you back out to go get the rest of your stuff.
I hope so. Hopefully that moose isn't eating our whole camp.
So, yeah, and so Luke's Place looks like a old school classic diner. A little worn and torn, definitely been weathered a bit due to the elements. There's a couple older cars and stuff parked in the parking lot. Most of the sign still has enough lights to light up, but a couple of the bulbs are burnt out or broken.
Can I do a thing?
I don't know. What's the thing you want to do?
Is it a flip?
The sneaky thing. The sneaky peeky. The peeky sneaky.
You want to
into the Umbra.
peek into the Umbra?
I do. I have the.
Yeah, so you can do that. You can actually use your compass your mirror to help you a little bit with that.
Okay. I'll
But,
make sure I do this right.
So in order to do that, you will need to go and make a test.
Yep.
So it should be, the difficulty is going to be the local gauntlet +3. So the gauntlet is the barrier between worlds, and so in areas like out in the wild in the woods, it's obviously less of a barrier between the spirit world and the natural world than it is in the middle of a city. In this case, you're not like in New York City or anything. You're in a small little rural town.
Yeah.
So the difficulty is going to be normally would be 9. I'm actually going to give you plus. I'm going to reduce the difficulty by a couple points because of your compass, your mirror, and your spirit ally. So
Okay.
difficulty is going to be 7 for you.
Is that so? It says +3 up to a difficulty of 9. So is my difficulty just 9
Yeah, so
and then like as a total?
yeah, so the gauntlet here would be 6 normally.
Gotcha.
So that would be it would go up to 9, but I'm reducing it by 2 because if you have a fetish and you also have a spirit ally.
Gotcha.
I'm reducing it by 1 for each of those
Okay.
because I wanted to not. I still want you to be able to have the possibility of doing it, but I don't want to make it too easy either.
Yeah, that's fair. I get that. Okay, and then I just hit the peaking thing, I think. Well, I got 0 successes, so it doesn't matter. But I didn't get any negatives.
So with that, you try to focus and see beyond, and yeah, you're unfortunately unable to, which is not uncommon given that,
Dang it, I gotta remember to switch my strengths or my forms back because I don't know if that even made a difference. I don't think it makes a difference because it was a gnosis roll, right?
Correct. That wouldn't have your forms don't.
Okay.
Hey there.
Yay! I failed. It's
Now,
fine.
if you haven't
Failure.
if you haven't spent any of your experience yet, that might be something you might want to consider is raising your gnosis if you haven't spent them yet.
Oh.
Something to consider off between next game.
Yeah. Good to know. Hey, Kennedy, I don't like tug on Kennedy's shirt. I'm scared.
Yes. What?
I'm scared. I have a bad feeling about this. All of it.
No, I agree. I've got something feels a little off about all of this.
What's wrong with these idiots?
But if we're going to get back to New York, we're going to need it. We needed to find civilization. Maybe there's a used car or something we can get our hands on.
There's not, and you know this.
Yes, but I also don't know what other choice we have.
It's fine. This is your fault, Killian. I don't want to hear it.
Oh, it's my fault. We stepped through the magic portal. It's my fault. A bunch of natives got slaughtered.
Yes, it is. I blame you for everything.
You know, as long as it's out there.
You weird spy person.
So the 4 of you are standing outside of a diner. What would you like to do?
Aaron,
I'll head in.
Dash.
I'll lead the way.
Aaron, do not eat anything from here. I am trying to whisper that. Sorry, I should be clear. I'm not trying to like scream that at the top of my lungs.
Yeah, I think maybe you've seen too many horror movies.
I think
Yeah,
maybe.
you're not.
You're a bloody werewolf.
I'm getting an omelet.
Why?
Because I'm hungry.
Whatever. Fine. Let's go. Whatever you want.
Do whatever you want never means do whatever you want. That's a PSA for the people at home.
So as Darren's like, fine, and Darren starts walking towards the door, cling clang, the little bell goes off as Darren walks inside.
I mean, we can't let him go in alone. We have to follow him.
He's fine. He's a cop, right? He knows how to handle these things. Let him handle it then. I imagine you're just gonna drag me in there.
Yes.
Fine.
But I'm with you. Don't eat anything.
And the rest of you walk in, and as you do, you see a waitress is kind of going between a couple tables, got a whole tray. She's holding her tray up. It's got a bunch of plates and stuff on it, and she's gonna be right with you. And goes over to a couple tables, drops some stuff off. You see a couple more people wearing those kind of coveralls and stuff, eating. And as you look around out back you kind of shoot a side view over your shoulder, you see a couple more of those trucks kind of parked out front amongst the other cars. They have a lot of mud and dirt up around the white underbelly of their trucks from all the slush and snow on the ground. a few minutes later, the waitress, having emptied the plates to everyone, comes over. It's like, just the four of you?
Yes, please. That'd be nice.
Certainly. Come right over this way. She grabs a couple of the menus and heads on over and gives you a side booth. I'll be right back with some water. And she kind of wanders off as you look around. Diner is older. It's obviously seen better days, but it's not dirty or gross or anything. It's just old and worn and worn out.
This isn't so bad.
I mean, it's about the same standard as any other place in New York.
Don't have a good feeling about it.
And as you're looking at the menus are very standard-ish, diner food. It's nothing spectacular, nothing unusual. The only thing that really stands out as quote unquote odd to you is that none of the prices are in dollars, but
What are they in?
well, the menus in Canada, so
Canada uses dollars.
yeah, they don't use.
I don't use American dollars though.
How many maple leaves for this pancake, ma'am? Hey, Darren. So this is kind of awkward. I usually use my Gaggle wallet to pay for stuff, because New York. So I don't have cash on me right now.
Is that right?
Would you think I would lie to you?
Yes, but I will pay for everyone's breakfast.
Thanks, Dad. I appreciate it.
We're a couple of hours past breakfast, but
Lunch,
Breakfast
whatever
for
we want
lunch.
to call it.
We got
I'm not-
brunch.
I'm actually not going to touch my menu. I'm going to push it like a little bit away from me.
Fine, Fia, be that way. But Darren's paying. I'm getting orange juice.
So with that, the several minutes later, the waitress comes back by. Oh, I'm sorry, Waters. I'll be right back, and walks off.
Take your time. I know you're getting paid by the hour.
Darren, shut up!
And gets the Waters and comes back, and it's like, and starts patting her little apron, looking for a pen. Finally finds one. Pulls out the little thing to take your order. It's like, so what can I get you? Sorry about that.
What's good?
She looks like she's trying to think of a really good witty comeback, and she's just, it's all okay. It's not a 5-star restaurant. Looks around, but it fills you up. It's good, and it's not going to get you, but it's nothing to write home about. But it's comfort food.
A ringing endorsement like that, how bad could it be?
Comfort.
I'll take a burger. That sounds good. And fries, if you guys have them. Oh, do you have poutine? I'll take some poutine.
it is Canada.
Can I have 2 slices of French toast, 2 eggs over easy, some hash brown, and orange juice?
Certainly, writes down the order.
I'm good with my water.
Just a coffee for me. I've got to keep my figure.
I'll share in the coffee.
So with that, the waitress just takes your order, and it's like, if you need anything, just holler. My name's Diana.
Nice.
Diana.
Thanks.
So, and with that, she walks off and puts the order in, and then bustles off to go a couple other tables. She seems kind of just like partially distracted.
Yeah,
She's
I
making
picked
her-
up on that.
So excited. for real food.
She's fine. She's fine. We should
So-
leave
He
quickly.
seems fine.
We're not leaving, Fee. Darren just paid for my breakfast.
Darren hasn't paid for anything. I'm just saying, as soon as we get our food, just eat it and leave.
I thought you were better than that. I didn't think you were dine and dash just because you were in track.
Thea, you did promise those spirits that we have to deal with the Bane in this area, so we should stick around for a little bit and see what we can find out.
Yeah, we're just investigating.
But the voices in my head are playing a very scary soundtrack, and I don't like it.
The voices in your head are as bad as the voices outside your head. We're gonna be fine.
Well, maybe after we're done eating, we can, I don't know, walk around the town. Maybe a few of us could even step into the Umbra and see what we can find on the other side.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, do we want to split up? You guys go check out the Umbra, and I'll go do some beat work.
Somewhat.
Walk the beat, look for clues. Do the detective thing.
Like radishes.
Sorry. Sorry, I'm gonna look around because my laugh was a little bit loud. Sure, Darren, whatever you say.
And none of the kids, none of the kids, none of the other customers pay any attention to you.
I wouldn't because they're probably drugged and
Are
something like that.
And so
are most of the customers? I mean, you said a lot of them are wearing like the same uniforms that we were seeing. Are there anyone like who looks like locals or townies or?
Yeah, you see some. The whole diner itself is probably maybe at 20% capacity. Maybe it's not that many people, but there seems to be 2 waitresses working right now, and then it looks like a line cook in the back, because you guys can kind of see over the counter into the back a little bit. And you see someone walking back and forth there. You occasionally hear the guy order from the back. It looks like Diana, the waitress that you have, is working your half of the dining room, and then the other waitress is working the other half. And they seem to be fairly well split as far as like no one side is overloaded or anything. But yeah, there's probably about 3 or 4 different town folk there. Most of them seem older, probably of the retirement age.
I wonder why older people are all the way out here.
Why older people are? You can't ask that.
I mean, older people tend to be places where they don't want to work.
Or because they're having to stay here from something else.
So,
Also, are you wearing a hat?
I'm always wearing my hat.
Can I take your hat?
No.
What if I do it anyway? What if I move to take your hat?
You know what? I'll give you the hat if you just let me enjoy this breakfast.
I don't want you to give it to me. I want to take it out of, I don't know, whatever this emotion she's feeling. She needs to take it to teach you a lesson of some sort. I don't know.
So-
It's spite. It's very natural.
shortly a while later, as you're like surveying the customers and surveying the area, you do see the waitress goes by, order up, and she goes grabs the tray and stuff, loads it up, and comes over and I guess it has the 2 plates on it, has already come over and dropped off the coffee, and comes over and drops off and gives Killian the burger and Darren the French toast.
I won't correct her. I'll just switch it around when she walks the other way.
I'll
And
start
she,
eating some of the fries because I know Darren's too polite.
And she pulls out her order and pulls out the little, and she's tapping her pencil against it. Is there anything else I can get for you today?
Actually, we have some questions about town, if you don't mind. We're new. And you like it here?
It is what it is. It's where I've lived. It's where I've been my whole life. Keeps fidgeting with her pen.
You
How
all
do
right,
we-
ma'am?
Oh, just yeah, it's just lots going on today. Don't worry about me.
How do we get out of town? Is there like a bus?
No. How did you? Are you Americans?
Yeah,
Well,
we're here on a hunting trip, and we got separated from our party. So we were just we were wondering if there was any easy way to get back to a larger town, get a hold of people.
We got lost in the woods.
Not really. You're awful far north for hunting. Well, for Americans. I mean, it's probably almost 2 days drive to Winnipeg. No, we don't have any buses or anything like that come up this far north. You might be able to talk the guys up north to let you hitch a ride with them as they haul one of their trucks down.
That doesn't sound bad.
Yeah, that sounds okay. We could pay him. That's that's not a problem.
Yeah, Darren can pay it.
So
Is everything okay in town? Just you seem kind of nervous.
go ahead and make me a perception and empathy check,
To all of us or just Darren?
Darren. Difficulty is going to be 6.
Oh, am I good at empathy? I don't even know.
I don't think you're an empathetic person. Because you're going to be mad when you get only half your fries back.
Oh, I got 3 successes.
I've got lots on my plate right now. My son's sick.
I'm sorry to hear that. What's going on?
The doctors aren't sure. At least the doctors here aren't sure. So
You guys have doctors here?
Yeah, you mind if we take a look at him?
how could you help?
I'm
Are you a doctor?
not a professional doctor. No, I am. I have interest in some special illnesses. I'm an armchair enthusiast in pathology.
I'm just gonna slow turn my head towards you. Okay.
That's right, Darren got kicked out of nursing school.
So, I don't know. He's really ill.
If it makes you feel better, I am a police officer back where I come from.
Was.
Not helping.
I'm going to kick Fia under the table.
If he's in any danger, I would like to help. My friend here is big into homeopathy. Can't you see how new age she is? I'm just gonna glare at Fia.
Yeah, she likes crystals.
I guess it couldn't hurt. At this point, I'll do anything. I just.
Cool.
Yeah, sure. I get off my shift in a couple hours. If you're around, then we'll see.
Yeah, well, I'll come by and we'll pick you up and we'll go take a look. Well, what part of town do you live in?
Oh, just a few blocks away from here.
I feel like everything's probably a few blocks away from here.
Pretty much, yeah.
And
Oh, sorry. Anyway, enough of my troubles. Anything else I can get for you, fine folk?
Can I get some ketchup?
I didn't get my orange juice.
Oh, sorry. And she goes off to go get the ketchup and orange juice.
This is yours.
You know, we're not exactly doctors.
No, but it might be. If the doctors here can't figure it out, I'm sure it's probably got something to do with that Bane. And Fia can slip into the Umbra and take a look at the boy.
If anything, we're at least good liars or decent ones.
You know, Darren, it would go a long way if you ask me to do something instead of just saying I'm going to do it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I figured you'd be happy to help a sick child.
Hey, Fia, can I ask you to play nice? Is that better?
Yes. Thank you.
There you go.
So she comes back with the ketchup and orange juice and drops it off along with the check.
Cool.
Thank you. What's her name? I'm going to ask her what her name is.
It's Diana.
Whoops.
Diana.
Thank you so much, Diana. We'll be back in a couple of hours.
And with that, you have a rather slightly above average food, burger and waffles. They're not bad, but again, not the best food you ever had, but solid, decent, mid-tier food.
Darren?
I'll
I don't
take
want-
mid-tier.
Darren, I don't want to be that guy, but I asked for French toast and I'm eating waffles right now.
Oh, sorry.
So
She was
Or that-
distracted.
that might have to come out of her tip, but this is Canada. I don't know how they do things up here.
Do they tip in Canada?
Yes.
Okay, good to know.
All the cultural faux pas.
Well, what do you guys want to do while we have a couple of hours? Do you guys want to slip off and see what you can find, and I'll take Killian to go do some street cop stuff?
Street. Can we talk to the sheriff in town, maybe?
I don't want to talk to the sheriff until we have something to ask him about.
Why? You don't like cops? I'm sorry.
It's not that I don't like cops. It's I don't want to alarm him until we have something to ask about.
I feel like us skulking around will just have us end up at the sheriff anyway.
I don't want to skulk. Is there a? Can't you do some technology stuff or whatever it is you do, Riverdale?
Oh yeah, let me look around here. It looks like 1920s America.
Not that bad.
It's not that bad.
To be fair, it actually looks like 1940s America, but you know.
I'm zooming. I don't know what time is. Do I have any Wi-Fi here?
Yeah, figure out if they have any Wi-Fi here.
I do that.
We can go in
You
and
pull out your phone.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. You get prompted to sign into the Wi-Fi.
That's a bait.
Just log into the Wi-Fi.
Don't tell me what to do. I'm going to turn on my VPN first. Brought to you by NordVPN. Stay safe. And then I'm going to go ahead and connect to the Wi-Fi.
So yeah, they have really crummy Wi-Fi, but there is Wi-Fi. You can get on the internet. You have a signal. You have cell signal, and the whole bit.
Oh, thank God. Where the hell are we?
You're in Canada.
Cool. Well,
Sure are.
what's this town called?
The town, you're not quite sure where the town is because the town's not. It's not a major city. You're in Saskatchewan, Providence, up near the Northwest Territories.
Oh, we're in Saskatchewan. By the looks of this town, it might just be like a. What are those old towns in the U.S.? Like a coal town, like a mining town.
Yeah,
The
look up
town
look up what that company's about.
Oh yeah, I do that.
So the town basically exists just to support the business up there.
Either the company runs dry or this town dies.
That means they're going to love having people coming and looking around and asking questions.
Hey, as long as we're not with the Canadian feds, I think we'll be fine.
So, yeah. So you look up. Go ahead and make me a research check. And for this one, because you're actually using the interwebs, you can use your computer skill instead.
Ooh, I like that.
So for you, it's going to be it's going to be intelligence and computers. Difficulty 7.
World Wide Web, would it be?
So
3 successes.
sweet. Yeah. So it's a mining company.
Nice.
Grandeur Enterprises is actually an energy subsidiary. It has oil and mining as its two primarily things it does.
Yep, looks like we're on the money. It's a mining town. Do I know how old it is?
The town itself?
Yeah.
You finally find it on the map. Like I said, it takes quite a bit because it's a little tiny speck of a town, Cordon's Pass, and it's been here since the late 1800s, according to Wikipedia.
Wow, this place has been actually around for a minute. They haven't run out of stuff to dig out. How long do you mining towns usually last? Not since the 1800s, right?
No, and this one has had different, booms and busts over the years and stuff. And your best guess, given the shape of the most of the buildings and stuff you've seen in town, it's definitely seen better days, with the exception of that brand new gas station they have. As you guys are finishing up lunch, the various workers are heading back out to their white trucks to head on back.
Is there an ATM around the diner?
Oh, there is.
Oh, thank God.
It's one of the old school ones.
Okay. How much is the withdrawal fee?
$3.50.
Oh, that's nice. Not my bank and not my country. Still cheap.
You almost think that's a lack of ability. Like that's just a limitation based on the fact that's how old the ATM is.
Hey, 200 is still 200.
Welcome. Thanks for everyone for sticking out with us while we want to take a quick break. We are knee deep in rewiring our ATM. Is that what the plan was, Killian? Trying to get this ancient ATM, give you $200 cash?
Oh yeah, no, this is from my bank account. Oh, I'm not hacking anything.
I'm disappointed.
There's a time and a place, and it's never in daylight.
Are you gonna smack him or should I?
Honestly, I'd rather just go ahead and have you and I go take a look around in the Umbra and see what we can find.
Yeah, let's go step into that ways. Let's slide to the left.
Slide to the left. Slide to the right.
No one
Oh,
asked
hi.
you, Darren. Sorry.
You're hurtful with your words.
Apparently, someone got up on the wrong side of the bed today.
I did.
What would your cheater friend say?
That's a good question.
Take it to the man.
Hold on. No, Fia doesn't like that question. She's gonna actually not even respond. She's gonna look at you like, ouch, you're right, but not gonna actually say that out loud. And pull her little mirror out. Or disc thing, I guess.
So the two of you are heading out, you and Kennedy. Are you going a specific direction? In town? Are heading towards like the residential area, the quote unquote residential area, which is literally like 4 blocks.
I think
or-
probably towards town, like where the people are.
I would be more inclined to look at the businesses, but it's not that big of a town. I suppose we can probably check all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's one main route that goes through town. It kind of does a little S through town. Off of that is the side street, which is the street that you're currently on, which has got Luke's Diner and a general store and some other like just small shops. And then across from that on the other direction of the main drag is kind of like a small little gridded out, 4 block, 8 block little area of a bunch of residential areas.
Did we already step sideways?
So so that's the next thing is which direction are you planning on going and where and how are you planning on going sideways? And if you're doing that, what's the rest of your pack doing?
Gotcha.
Killian and I were going to walk around and just see if we saw anything that seemed off in the real world.
New gas station. Old town.
Yeah, we should go down and check out that new gas station.
Wow. Experts over here, these guys are. So yeah, we're gonna go towards. Well, let's go towards the businesses. I'll take Kennedy's suggestion there, and step sideways away from you guys, I guess.
Okay. So the two of you kind of duck over to the side of the building and step sideways. I'm not going to make you roll for that. The gauntlet here is what you would expect it to be. Nothing unusual as far as strength or resilience. On the Umbral side of the you see Luke's Diner on the Umbral side. It's looking there, kind of. You do know that the longer a place has been, or the more that's been invested in the location, the better the chance it actually has to reflect on the Umbral side. So the town itself, you actually can see as you glance around, you see most of the buildings. So the buildings have been here long enough that they actually have a Umbral reflection, which means that they're either really old or really well loved, or really well hated, depending on your point of view. But there's a strong enough emotional connection to it to make it manifest. The town itself is pretty much there. As you look around, you do see the thinnest of spider webs spindling up off the top of Luke's building over towards what appears to be one of the few cell towers near this town. Which then you can see from there, if you're depending on how you're standing and where you're standing, you can see the faintest threads spinning out from that cell tower.
I guess that would be the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Can we send messages from in here to? Yeah, we'll tell him later. He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
So yeah,
Spoiler alert, he was not fine.
And so, like I said, you do see a couple of the other buildings from where you're at that make up the shopping area of this town. It's literally half a block. Darren and Killian, you said you're going to head on over to the gas station? Is that correct?
Yes.
So cool. You can hike it off the road and actually come up from behind the building theoretically, or you can just take the long way around and kind of go back onto the main drag and rock around the loop back towards the gas station.
Are we in a rush?
I don't think we're in a rush.
Well, I guess it's the scenic route.
That's probably the one that would draw less attention to you. So yeah, you walk past a couple of the general stores and the grain store as you get to the main road. And on the main road, you can hang a right or a left. The left would take you back towards the main gas station. And so you hang a left and make your way around the little arc and head on down to the gas station. Kennedy and Fia, what are you doing?
We can see them from the Umbral side, right?
I thought
You
so.
see, they do tend to stand out a little bit more on the Umbral side, just because they are creatures of flesh and spirit. It's easier to make them out compared to some of the others.
You know, it's not a
Like-
half bad.
Like
Okay.
the trucks, though, the one truck that's still left there from the mine up north, it's barely there in the Umbra.
Might not be a half bad idea to follow them in the Umbra, see what they're seeing, and get the other perspective on it.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Is Sarah with me? Or like can I have Sarah with me? Just like
Yep. Yeah. As soon as you
close
stepped
by.
over, to the Umbra, the little cheetah kitten was right there next to your feet.
Hell yeah.
And
Nice
kind
to
of did
see you again.
and kind of did the side nuzzle against your leg.
Ah! Heck yeah. Isn't he the best? Come on, buddy.
Kennedy will nod to the little cheetah cub, going, "It's very nice to see you again." I'm also thinking, as long as we're in the Umbra, anyone who sees us is already going to be ready to start some crap. So I'm going to go ahead and shift to Krynos.
Oh
Yes,
yeah, I'm
and
gonna ship to Lupus.
And in the Umbra, that's a non-issue.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
Which one's Krynos? Maybe I should just follow your suit.
Krynos is the war form.
Wait, it's so ugly though.
Yours isn't. Yours is all sleek and Anubis looking.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We got to choose that. Yeah, I'll do Krynos with you. I'll actually follow along for once.
Hey, don't go by the art on the character sheet.
It's very specific to one tribe. Actually, your tribe is the weird exception one.
Yay. Okay, fine. Guess we're in this form now. And I assume that Sarah does not flinch at all with
Nope.
me. Yeah.
Nope.
That's what I thought. Cool.
All right, so then I guess we're following the boys.
Yep, we
Okay.
are following the boys.
So you make your way around the bend. You eventually make your way over towards the gas station. And as you approach, you see Omnicron oil, big sign blazoned there. Slick new sign. Off the side of it is a small fenced-in area, which is around what is it? Looks like a fairly new cell tower. And freshly paved parking lot, the whole bit. It's very chrome and sleek and new. In the Umbra, you see a slick and shiny chrome structure that is the gas station. It's reflected in the Umbra, almost like it is in the physical world. You do see the tower, cell tower there as well. And as you get closer, you see tiny little spiders about the size of quarters scurrying up and down the tower. And every once in a while, a couple of them, you see a thread of them scurry up to the tower and then kind of get to those threads and zip down to the thread and zip off the distance.
All right. What do you think
Alright.
that's about?
I think that's how we see when they're sending data, like
Oh,
tweets.
fascinating. Maybe?
A lot less ominous than I thought it was going to be. I mean, that's fairly normal.
Hey, Sarah, is that normal? Is that what that looks like all the time?
Sometimes.
Oh,
I don't see city tech a lot. I stay away from Weaver stuff. Weaver stuff is creepy.
yeah, it is. You're right. He doesn't like the creepy stuff. We should leave.
Go ahead and make me a perception check, both of you, in the Umbra.
Right.
Okay.
For those in the physical world, go also ahead and make me a perception check. Difficulty for you in the physical world is going to be 5.
I can live with that.
In the Umbra, it's going to be 7. 2 separate things.
Yeah.
It's a sensing roll, Jonesy.
Yes.
Kennedy notices nothing.
I owe you a sense. I got a -1.
I got 1 success.
I got nothing because I forgot how to just click on. Why am I like this? I thought I could just click on perception, but I can't, so I have to make an actual.
It should have some done on your preloaded on your character sheet.
I thought
Near sense, it should say sense. I think it's near the bottom of your sheet.
sense.
Kennedy. Fia.
In the dice pools on the attributes and abilities tab.
Mm-hmm.
Except I completely did not.
That's okay.
There, I added a blank spot for you though.
Oh, thank you. So kind.
Yeah, I did a bunch of the other ones. I did sneak and I did hunting and I added so the other ones I gotta add that one.
Wait, did I do the wrong one then?
That looks right.
I got 4 successes.
Sweet.
Okay, yep, I did it right.
So as you get close enough, you can actually see the little the threads leading from the cell tower are really thin, micro thin, to the point where if you move slightly, you kind of parts of them fade in and out of your perception. They're thin enough that they're hard to see.
Mhm.
But you do notice that there seems to be a lot more threads, several threads, all heading in one direction, up towards the north.
The Northwest Passage.
And there seems to be a lot of little spider bits going back and forth on those threads.
North is where the mine is, right?
Yes. In the physical world, what are you doing? Because you're currently just standing there, heading towards the gas station. Are you going to go in the gas station? Or are you just going to?
We're going in, right?
Yeah, I think we're going in.
Yeah, I need snacks.
Okay. As you start heading in the parking, crossing the last. Well, tongue tied there from it. As you start heading across the parking lot towards the entrance, you hear the rumbling of a truck coming. And as you look back, you see what appears to be an 18-wheeler big white 18-wheeler with the same same blue logo across the back of it.
That's a big boy.
Well, he's definitely heading out of town eventually.
So he starts pulling into the gas station. As you guys approach the door, it's a pretty standard gas station. It's got the main entrance area with all the different snacks and coolers for drinks and stuff like that. There's 4 pumps outside, 2 regular pumps and 2 pumps for diesel. Specifically, and those are a little bit farther away from the main entrance area to give more of a maneuvering room to get trucks like 18-wheelers in and out. And then there's also 2 garages next to it, which are currently shut and closed. But it does look like it has a small two garage mechanics bay area.
Nice.
Inside, as you approach the door and the door opens, you have that kind of recycled air kind of blast out of the door with a very chemically smell of the different bleaches and stuff they used to clean the building.
Well, I'm going to let you do your cop stuff. I'm going to get some drinks and candy.
Fair.
I'm going to waddle my way to the back of the store, start rummaging through the coolers and stuff for food I want.
So,
I will head on in.
Sweet.
I just want to go into the gas station and look around, see if there's anybody present.
Ding, ding. As you walk in, off behind the counter, you see a kid kind of look up from his phone. Probably about 16. Kind of skinny, scrawny, pimple-faced, laden lad.
Hi, how are you doing?
Oh, fine. Looks around like a little confused, like, wait, someone's actually in the store.
It's a fancy new gas station you guys got here.
Yeah. Just went in 6 months ago, I think, maybe.
Wow. How long have you worked here?
About 4?
You ever see anything crazy happening around here? You got like the one hotspot in town.
Nah, I mean, not really. I mean, we're kind of up in the middle of nowhere. I was lucky to get this job. So, and
You got a lot of trucks around?
Well, I mean, they got all the trucks that come up from the mine up north, and with that, you hear this as the 18-wheeler finishes pulling into the spot to fuel up. Yeah, they usually come through every couple days.
You see anybody new in town other than me and my friend here recently?
Well, not really. I mean, just every once in a while, a lot of people come from the mine, but I mean, they're obvious. You don't seem like the mine folk.
No. We got separated from our hunting party, and we were just wondering if anybody else from that party came through town lately.
Nope. Meanwhile, in the Umbra, what are you two doing? He's got inside. The boys have got inside of the building, which on your side in the Umbra is definitely made out of threads and webbing. Very much a weaver building. Every single line is perfectly there. And sharp 90-degree angles, and thread it and double thread it and back thread it to give a full physical manifestation, to the point where the webbing actually almost seems like it's made out of, it's shiny, like it almost made out of metal to resemble the building itself.
Neat. Are we supposed to go in?
Honestly, this seems too solid. It doesn't seem like it should be here. I'm curious. I kind of would like to go inside.
I mean, same here.
Then yes, let's do it.
All right. You all right there, Sarah?
Kind of shrugs its shoulders back a little bit.
Do you want to stay out here, buddy?
I don't trust it.
Well, neither do we. Wait, I probably don't. I probably didn't understand that.
Yeah. You can stay out here if you want. Keep an eye on those two and let me know if I need to come out here and get them.
Well, they went inside, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Well, then, it'll be okay, little buddy. Well, like gesture. He can like hop on my shoulder if he wants.
And with that, he actually scurries up the back of your leg. His little claws come out. Scurries up the back of your leg up to his shoulder.
Yay!
And latches on.
Doesn't hurt at all because I'm tough and Krynos form.
Isn't that cute? You're his mount.
I am. Let's go. It's good.
Then yeah, we're gonna go in.
Yep. In we go.
So, you enter the building on the Umbral side.
Oh boy.
Ding ding.
Oh
And as
no.
you cross over, you actually hear the ding ding. And a little spider kind of springs up, looks at you two.
But why?
In the physical world, you actually hear the door, the ding ding of the door. But,
Oh.
but there's no one there.
Oh, that's super unnerving.
That's weird.
That's really weird.
As you look around, most of the inside of the building is just a shell of the building. You see, you don't see any of the display stands. You don't see any of that stuff. It's just literally the shell of the building. And then the cooler rack, where the cooler racks would be, you see a couple little electricity spirits zipping around the inside loops where the lights would be, and they're giving off illumination.
Cool.
They almost, as you get close, they almost look like little tiny lightning bugs.
What do you think these are?
I mean, they look like lightning bugs. I guess they're spirits.
There's a lot of them here.
And then as you look around, the whole place has got that kind of sheen, metallic kind of look. And then you come around the edge, and there's the cooler racks and stuff. And next to it, you see one door that's pitch black.
Oh no, that definitely doesn't look right.
No, it does not. I don't know if we should we go in? Seems like we ought to. I don't want to.
Kind of feel like we ought to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I will reach for the door.
Oh boy.
Slowly reach out for the door. Meanwhile, on the physical world, what are you two doing?
Oh boy.
I guess when Riverdale comes over to buy his snacks, I'll just walk away from the bar and I'm gonna take a glance around, see if there's anything strange or out of the ordinary.
Okay. As you glance around, like I said, you can see the counter and stuff where the kids working. You also see a door leads off to like a break room or something like that, and then over next to the coolers, you see a door which your best guess leads over towards like the garage area, the mechanics area. It has a sign posted on the door that says employees only.
I'm gonna try to sneak over there without that guy noticing.
Are you telling me that, or are you just kind of doing it while I'm doing stuff?
No, I'm using you as the distraction since you're gonna go ring out.
I'm gonna buy my beer, and I'm gonna buy my gummies and my jerky.
Sweet. So go ahead and make me a stealth check, dexterity and stealth. Mr. Sneaky Man.
What's the difficulty?
Difficulty is only going to be 5 because Killian is distracting him.
I got 2 successes.
There it is.
As you two look out on the Umbra, look over and looking and reaching for the door, you see as you see movement outside as you're reaching for the door handle, and you see the faint impression of what you think is the 18-wheeler in the parking lot.
Oh.
And you see that it looks like the driver walking towards you. You see kind of his reflection in the Umbra. But as he's walking towards you, you actually hear tss, 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 and little faint whiffs of smoke kind of pour up from where he's walking as he steps towards you, as he's walking towards the door.
What the hell is that, Kennedy?
Don't know the specifics, but I'm sure it's bad. Definitely feels wormy to me.
What do we do? Do we fight it now? Should we wait?
Let's go inside the door and see if he comes in here as well.
All
Pretty
right.
sure that's where he's heading, and I want to know what's on the other side of this door.
Okay.
Reach, grab for the handle.
Yep.
Turn. Slowly you turn. And as you do, as you reach for the handle, turn, the doorway fades. The door fades out of existence, and there's an archway there that you can walk through.
Oh, good.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And as you take a half step a half step towards it to get a better look, you can see what looks like a dark, shadowy expanse of the garage. You can see a couple pillars. You see what looks like the faint remnants of a faint outline of what appears to be like a truck or something hanging up in the air on looks like some lifts.
I don't like this place.
Not terribly fond of it myself. Let's get in there and see if we can hide ourselves and see if he comes in here.
I'm down for that, I guess.
All right, yeah, we'll
So-
slip in and
You slip in, and like I said, it's dark and echoey and feels expansive and claustrophobic simultaneously.
Cool.
And like I said, there are 2 bays with 2 roll-up doors. They're both clearly shut. From outside, you can see faint light pouring through those open windows. And inside, you see what appears to be a truck, like a work truck or whatever, up on one of the second farthest lift. Like someone pulled it up and was lifting it up to do some work underneath of it.
okay.
Neat.
Are there any like hunks of machinery or that we could like hide behind?
Yeah, and both of those bays, besides the lifts, they actually go down a little bit. They're slightly recessed so that you can actually get under them, and like a full-grown man can stand up and reach up. So you'd have like partial cover, so you can duck down under that and actually not be seen.
All right, let's do that.
So you guys rush over there and kind of go down. And as you get closer, you actually hear that the truck. As you get closer to it, hear chip, chip,
Oh no.
chip, chip, chip,
Okay.
And
Okay.
in the physical world, and then as you in the actually both worlds, you actually hear ding ding as the door kind of slides open, and you see the guy walk in, and he walks over towards the the counter, and just goes up to pay the guy. Kind of reaches in his wallet, pulls out a credit card, and goes to pay for the gas. Killian, because you're still up near the counter area, go ahead and make me a perception check.
What do I see with my special eyes? I see nothing. I'm so excited for this food. I have 0 successes.
So you see that the guy goes and pays for the credit card. You didn't get a good look at what he was using or anything like that. So other than that, he goes to turn and starts walking away. And he kind of almost runs into you because he's not really kind of paying attention. And he looks up, oh, I'm sorry, and walks off. And as he says that, you actually get a pretty decent look at him. And he looks really gaunt and kind of thin and kind of pasty.
Huh. The guy looks ghastly. I'm funny. How much is all this?
Oh, the guy finishes ringing you up and checks you out. Yeah.
Okay.
Ding, ding. Gives you a little bag for your snacks.
Wait, where's Darren?
Where is Darren?
I'm gonna assume Darren's outside. I'm gonna walk out and look around.
Darren is not inside.
Is it
Not outside.
outside?
Darren is in the employee-only area.
I don't know that. I didn't even see the guy's face who just walked up to me. I'm blind
So
as a motherfucker.
you sneak over. The door's not locked. You can get into the room. The door itself is just a steel work door that actually has one of those 2x2 reinforced glass windows in it with the little metal wires that go through it. Inside is the mechanics bay. There's room for 2 of them. On the far bay is one of the trucks from the mine up north. One of the white trucks with the blue logo on the side. As you go in, there's no one around. Obviously, whoever is the mechanic on duty is not on duty right now. He's not working today. And here.
Oh, I'm going to be brave and look around. I'm going to go snoop.
You go around snooping.
Go ahead and make me.
Go ahead and make me a search check.
I'm good at searching, I think. What's the difficulty?
The difficulty is going to be 7.
Snoop, 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 snoop. 2 successes. Both of them are 10s.
Sweet. Meanwhile, in the Umbra, what are you 2 doing?
Good question.
So, dude did not come in here.
Nope. The door is open, so you actually saw him walk across the room. And as he walked across the room into the far end of the room, which you're guessing would be where the counter is in the physical world, because there's no counter on the Umbra side.
Right.
He's like leaving little burning footprints behind him that kind of sizzle, and a little smoke goes off, and then they fade out.
So we're following him?
And then he stops and does stay out for a few minutes. And as he does, you see the silhouette, kind of the shadowy silhouette pull out something, and you see a little flicker, and you see a little looks like a shiny flash of spider legs, of metallic spider legs, zip off. And then he turns around and walks out. You can go to the garage roll-up door and look out. There's a couple windows.
Yeah, let's do that.
And as he makes his way back to the truck, he's leaving burning footprints behind him.
Do you know
All
what
right.
that means, Sulfa? Sulfa.
Well,
Sarah.
clearly, whoever that is, there's something unnatural about him. Normal people don't do that. No, normal people don't even show up in the Umbra. But I don't.
Yeah?
I mean, we could try to go get into his truck and go back with him, but I don't know that we should leave the boys here.
But they're not going to be able to come with us. They're doing their own thing over there.
You're probably right.
We should go.
Let's do it.
I don't want to split either, but it feels like the best move.
Can your little friend possibly go and he can appear in the material world, right?
Yeah.
Can you ask him if he would be able to take a message to the boys if something were to happen? Or at least appear in front of them?
What do you think, Sarah?
I can do that.
Okay. Oh.
All right,
Yeah.
let's see if
I
we can
don't-
go
I
get
don't-
into the truck.
I don't know if they would understand me, but I can do that.
Well, I'm sorry.
Surprisingly enough, I
Probably
think I'll trust them to figure it out if you show up without me. But it'll be fine. We'll be fine. All right, let's go. Do we jump out the window and into his truck? Or are we trying to be sneaky about it?
I mean, we should probably try to be sneaky.
That's fair. We should probably try to be sneaky. I agree.
All right, follow me.
Okay.
And
Then I follow you.
I guess we go try to sneak our way over to his truck.
Yeah.
So are you heading towards the cow of the truck or the back of the truck?
Oh, the back.
It's the
Yeah.
18. You're gonna try to sneak into the 18-wheeler, the back part.
Yeah.
The back part.
So as you get up there, at the back of the truck, you actually see you can see the outline of the truck, the faint the threading and the cable to kind of give it form. And in the back of the truck, you see what appears to be in the center of the back of the doorway of the truck seems to be a spider. And the
Is it
spider's got it's a metallic spider, and it's got its 8 claws dug into the truck, and it's sitting in the center of a web of thick metal cables that spread out across the entire back door of the truck.
Guessing we're not going to get past that without a fight.
Probably
The
not.
spider itself seems to be made of gears and tumblers.
Is it only covering the back door?
Yes.
I will.
Would you like to make me a wits and enigmas check?
Sure.
And that goes for you too, Rowan. If you want to make a check, you're welcome to.
Want is a strong word.
What
Well,
is
I'm saying you don't have to if you don't want to.
No, I'm going to help.
what is the difficulty?
Difficulty is going to be 7.
Well, apparently I know something. I got 1 success.
Wits, right?
Yes.
No, I had 2 successes. Yeah, 2 successes.
Sweet.
Yay for 2 9s.
Difficulty was 7.
Yes.
One success.
And you are positive that this is a spiritual manifestation of the locks in the back of that truck. And for them to show like this means that there has to be something would have had to been done for the locks to actually manifest in this manner. And literally that is that webbing is literally the locking mechanism like throughout it, at least the spiritual reflection of it. This is not something you would expect to have seen on just a truck. You've heard of some Weaver tech facilities that are this odd, but nothing like that you'd expect here.
Kennedy will point up. We could always go leap onto the roof of the trailer and rip our way in. That might be easier.
We could. Yes, we could.
I'm inclined to try it.
Okay.
Yeah. Same. Honestly.
Yeah, rather than try to deal with that lock, which looks like it's probably well beyond our ability, we'll just go up on top and go through the relatively thin sheet metal on top.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, and I won't even make you roll for that. So you guys can easily get up on the roof and rip a hole into it. And
Okay.
as your claws first start running the metallic webbing that is the umbral reflection of this truck, you see a faint yellowish glow coming from inside the truck.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's going to be fantastic.
It's a faint, pale, sickly yellow.
Okay.
Cool. Love it. I don't love it.
No, I don't love it at all. What do we see once we tear a big enough hole?
Inside, you see several containers, metal storage containers that all have a faint glow coming off them, and it seems to pulse and thrum.
Neat.
So not neat.
So neat.
And with that, Fia, you feel sharp needles thrusting into your shoulder as someone seems very uncomfortable.
Ow, buddy.
No, bad. Worm.
Okay, Worm. I think we have to help, though. I don't think he wants us to look in there, but I don't know if that's...
I think if he's scared, then that probably means that whatever it is really bad and we need to do something about it.
The question is, do you think we can handle it by ourselves? Hey, buddy, do you think you can go up here in front of the guys? Maybe they'll get the hint to follow you.
In the real world, the truck's starting up.
Yeah.
All right, we need to make a decision. Do we go or do we stay?
We're going to stay, and Sarah, go try to alert the guys. And if they don't understand, then we're screwed. So...
Are you gonna peek into the truck before it starts moving?
Oh, I think
because right now you can kind of see in through the little hole that you shred it. Are you gonna try to jump in, or are you just gonna poke your head in the hole and look around, or?
I think we should go in.
Yeah. So yeah, let's widen the hole enough to get in and go for a ride.
Yep. Bye, guys.
So with that, you rip open finish ripping open the hole a little bit, and with that, your little friend has jumped off your shoulder. It's like, no, 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 no,
I'm sorry, but
and runs off to try to find the boys.
whew. I'm just gonna look at Kennedy.
And as you land inside, you see that the crates and stuff are kind of thrumming and glowing, vroom, vroom, vroom. And there seems to be a strange pattern on them. It seems to that you can almost it's
Neat.
bleeding over into from the physical world into the real world. It looks to be a small circle with like 3 little wedge shapes off of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Does it have to be like this?
They it's on the crates themselves. It's a little triangle shape, and it has a blunted little pie wedge below it, a dot in the center, and 2 little on the right and left upper halves, 2 little blunted pie shaped wedges off of it.
Kennedy.
I won't even ask that you all easily recognize it as the universal symbol for radiation.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
And the longer you're there, the more it becomes easy enough for you to make out.
Hmm.
So with that, you feel the whole truck lurch as it starts to take off.
Cool.
Outside, outside, the truck is starting to leave. Killian, you've gone outside. You're looking around. You don't see Darren. And Darren, you're running around inside searching. As you do, you kind of searching through the truck. And underneath the passenger side of the truck, the work truck, you pull out a badge. The badge has got it looks like an ID badge, and it's got 2 parts to it. One seems to be the normal photo picture badge with the little barcode thing on it to get past, that you swipe when you're going through doors and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the other looks like it has a little radiation symbol on it, like it's a detection badge.
Oh,
I'm gonna sit on the bench outside, and I'm gonna call Darren, wondering where he's at.
Do 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 do.
I will
Just-
silence
just-
my phone.
Son of a bitch.
And do I recognize the face or anything on the badge?
No.
All right, then I will pocket the badge, and I will try to sneak back out without that kid working at the register noticing them coming out of the employee-only area.
Go ahead and make me a roll. It's going to be Dex and Stealth.
Don't mind me. What's the difficulty?
Difficulty is going to be 5. He's on YouTube, so.
I have 0 successes.
Hey, what are you doing? He
Sorry, I
yells.
was looking for the bathroom.
Idiots. He points to the sign.
Sorry, I've got an American education, and I will head on over to the bathroom. Wait the appropriate amount of time, and then walk outside.
So you get outside to see the truck leaving, pulling off, meeting up with Killian. And a few moments later, you see a little shimmer by some frozen, like little snow and stuff, where a little bit of it's melted, and you actually see a little shimmer as a little you see the reflection, a little paw prints in the reflection, splash, splash, as the little cub comes actually walking out of the pool reflection. Meow, meow, and starts gesturing with its little paw towards the truck.
What's that little story? Fia made a crazy, reckless decision?
It nods its head yes.
I'll grab Killian and I'll be like, I think we need to slide.
Slide to the left, left, left.
I guess
Go ahead.
I'll leave my case of beer here and get on the truck.
At least it's
Well,
snowing
we have to
outside,
follow. We have to follow Sia. We don't know where they are.
Oh, I guess I'll carry my case of beer and follow the cat.
So,
Yeah, we'll slide and then we'll follow the cheetah cub.
so yeah, the little cheetah cub kind of runs towards the side of the building, and as it does, the two of you go to try to step sideways. I'm gonna need rolls for you. Meanwhile, inside, thum, 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 and you see a slight shadow kind of starting to pulse around the stacks.
No, before you ask, I have no idea what that is.
And with that, you see a little hand kind of reach out, a little thin, fragile hand kind of reach out from inside the crate and put its hand out. Another one starts sliding its hand out.
Oh.
Have you two made your sidestep rolls?
What is the what's the prompt for sidestep? I
Yeah,
tried
it's
to
gonna
pull it
be-
up on my token.
It's
but
going to be Gnosis. You're going to make a Gnosis check against the local gauntlet.
Ooh, I did it right. I got 2 successes.
I just clicked Gnosis.
Yes.
Oh boy, where is Gnosis on the sheet? There it is.
And the difficulty for this is going to actually be 7.
Oh, since it's 7, I got what? Or wait, no, I did not get a success because I rolled a 1 and a 7.
Killian?
I got 2 successes.
Okay. So you're slowly shifting over. Darren's not progressing against the side, and with that, the hands start pulling up a form up out of the crate area, and you see the tops of a small head with thin little swifts of hair, and it pulls up, and this yellowy, pale, gaunt face appears. It looks like a small child,
Why?
and it's kind of got a yellowish tinge to its skin, and it's all sunken in and desiccated, and its eyes are overly large and they glow with a green and yellow light. And it pulls itself up. It's pulling itself up. And that's where we're going to call it for tonight.
No!
You bastard.
Yes, it is. Of course, it is.
Ah.
Hey, you're the ones who decided to break in the truck full of, well, radioactive material.
The
I
man
didn't decide.
even
to do
offer
that.
you candy or puppies, and you jumped.
I mean, does it help that we knew it was a bad idea at the time?
No, just makes you not innocent.
Fine, fair.
So yeah, so that's what we're going to call it. We're going to conclude our tonight's episode of Born of Rage. We will have that's what we'll pick up next session.
I look forward to introducing my backup character next week, guys.
Radiation is dangerous.
Yeah, actually, yes, it is very dangerous. So, I do have a couple quick announcements I want to say. First off, thank you everyone for joining us tonight. As a heads up, our community Discord is live now. So please stop by and join in on the conversation. We're going to have some really cool stuff. I'm hoping to use it to get some feedback from the viewers as far as I'm toying with the ways that we can actually use it to do the renown prompts for the game. And with that, I also want to make a shout out to the StoryForge team. Our new episode of StoryForge is live on YouTube, which actually focuses on character creation. The last episode is actually about Werewolf the Apocalypse, specifically Kennedy's character as an example character of how to build Werewolf the Apocalypse characters. So super excited that that's up. That being said, this is the week leading up to Gen Con, so we do have a couple of big announcements for that. Tomorrow night, we have a very, very special episode of Titan City Chronicles. We have a special guest star, Crystal Frazier, the line developer for Mutants and Masterminds, will be joining us for a very cool one-shot. I'll ask Alex in a minute if he wants to add anything to that, since he's going to be our awesome GM for that. And then on Saturday, we return with Mutants and Masterminds for a one-shot special as part of the Gen Con weekend. We're doing Justice League Dark, based on the DC Comics game line. So super excited about that. I actually get to play. I'm super stoked. I get to be Oliver Queen. And other than that, and then next Monday we return for more Werewolf shenanigans and find out exactly how well Fia and Kennedy are going to do when they have a nasty Bane creature that they have to deal with.